Welcome back to Biz Freedom Blueprint and the last session in our section on increasing revenues. And what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about increasing distribution channels, or what I like to consider going horizontal. Right now, when you're talking about, say, you're taking a look at an axis, or if you're more of going vertical and horizontal. Vertical is dealing with a single target market and a single market, and taking that one person and being able to figure out absolutely everything that sucking every dollar out of that you can out of that one prospect in regards to that one topic. Okay, now what we're talking about is going horizontal, and that's being able to take the product offering that we have and offer it across multiple channels to be able to expand our reach into for more and different people. Okay, so let's take a look at how you can increase your success by going horizontal and increasing your distribution channels. And that is, it's going to require taking a look at what your optimal selling solution is. So the very first thing you should do is not consider going horizontal or increasing distribution channels until you really have an understanding as to how your customer responds, what your target market really is looking for, and how to get the very most out of what you're doing. So make sure your very first step is to maximize that initial revenue, to really know who that target is and to know what your optimal selling solution is. Okay, but once that's all done, then you're limited by your own efforts, right? There's only so big you can grow with your own efforts. You're going to need to start recruiting different ways and different people to be able to help expand what you're doing. And if you take a look at to give you an example of that, I'm going to talk a little bit about Eastside Mario's. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the restaurant Eastside Mario's, but it is one of my favorites. It's a pasta place. It's all based on the New York Italian style method, where you go in there. There's always a Statue of Liberty holding a tomato, and it has the greatest pasta dishes. But what they did is they've learned that they've expanded their restaurants, and there's only so far that they can go with their restaurants, because you can't get people to come in there on a regular basis. Is that with today's time and age, is that people will go out and have that experience on special occasions, or once a month or whatnot, but it's not going to be some place where they're going to come 2-3 times a week. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to increase their distribution channel. So when I go into my restaurant, that's fantastic, but I'm not going to be able to do that very often. So what they've done is they've gone to Superstore. And Superstore in Canada, I know the Walmarts have a Superstore, but it's a different. The Superstore up here is completely different. And what it is it's a grocery chain that wanted to expand and do what Walmart did in the U.S. and add different stuff. But they've partnered with Eastside Mario's to be able to distribute their pastas cooked and just quick frozen into their deli section. So what happens now is that these famous grocery stores, people have gone into the restaurant. They understand the quality of the product. They can now go into their superstore and grab a quick meal for the family if they want to. If they don't want to go to the restaurant but still want to have that experience at home. So they increase their distribution channels by connecting with their supermarkets and being able to provide that same pre-made service with a little different experience than with supermarkets. Okay, so what you want to take a look at is what can you do to be able to follow the same thing. You want to open that vault a little bit and figure out, okay, you've got your optimum selling strategy. Who are you going to network that with that's going to be able to connect with your customers? Like in Eastside Mario's, they know that their customers were the families, and their families every week have to go get groceries. So they wanted to be able to put themselves with a company that deals with the exact same customers. Now they know when those customers go into the superstore, they're not looking for the same thing they're going into the restaurant for, but they still are looking for quick and easier meals. So they found an ideal partner that they're able to network with in order to be able to expand their product and their profit line. Okay, then you want to take a look at, are there other stores that deal with the same customers? Where, like, maybe when you're networking with them, it's not just other stores, but it could be other service providers, or it could be somebody like say there's an interior decorator. They can partner with a furniture store. So what happens is that furniture store sends them customers. Or if you're a realtor, well, you can partner with a mortgage broker, somebody looking who's a mortgage broker might have somebody who's just looking to get pre-approved. Once they get approved, they can go and refer somebody to a realtor or vice versa. You can also look at what other stores service the exact same companies that you have, that you might be able to offer them your product or service line to be able to sell in their stores. You got to look at how can you do it mail order. Is there certain ways that instead of coming into your store and having that experience, that people can send in, like this, even if it's the fast dried foods, or say we take a look at Eastside Mario's. Maybe what they do is they create their line of sauces, or and break it down where people just add water and it creates a sauce, or special, you can order pastas through the mail, or a dessert of the month, that kind of thing, where people can order that on a mail order basis as well. And finally, take a look at different online strategies. So the internet has created us an ability to have not only our regular store but a virtual second location. That's another way to be able to expand your distribution channels. Now, there's millions of other ways to be able to do this and to expand this as well. What you want to be able to do is you want to go to bizfreedomblueprint.com right now and pick up our advanced DVDs on this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look in our advanced section at easy distribution channels that you can set up in 15 minutes or less. Right, so if you're already at the point where you know your optimal selling strategy, you're able to expand it, we're going to give you a head start on it. And then after that, go back, make your list of all the different mail order or stores or service companies or different ways that you can distribute your product where somebody else can do the work for you, and you can just enjoy the profits. And that's the whole idea. Enjoy the profits and spend the day on the beach. Until next time, I'm Peter Townsend, and thank you for joining us with Biz Freedom Blueprint.